story time about how my prison husband left me, cheated on me for a lady that he met while he was in prison that he didn't even know. Like, what? So first of all, I got to give you the backstory because the story's not going to make sense if you don't have the backstory. And excuse this Bonnie because honey underneath here look crazy. Anyway, I met my now ex-husband long time ago, probably like 20 years ago, right? I saw him one day. I liked him. He was friends with my nephew. I asked my nephew who he was. I told my nephew put in a good word for me. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then, one day we started hanging out, kicking it with each other. The first day that we met each other, we just sat on the porch like all night and just talked about just life and everything else. Like, it was a vibe. Like, he was a vibe. Okay, so boom. So I'm liking him. Like, I'm really, really liking him. I'm digging his vibe. We're talking on the phone. We're seeing each other. We're spending time together, all that good stuff. And then eventually, you know what I'm saying? We do the whoop, do the whoop. And, that was that. We still weren't together. We was not in a relationship. We were just, like, kicking it. We was cool. We was hanging out, But I really liked him. And I liked his vibe. And I wanted to get to know him. So, one day, I tried to call his house. Now, mind you, back in the day, we had cell phones, but we didn't have cell phones like we have cell phones now. Like, back then, why the hell my forehead looks so damn dark and dirty, y'all? Y'all see that? Anyway, so back then, we had cell phones, but cell phones was like, you had minutes. Like, we had track phones and stuff like that. And most of the time, you might have had a phone with minutes. You might didn't, or you might not have had a phone at all. So you would have to call somebody's house phone. So I'm calling the house. I'm not getting no type of response. Eventually, I see one of his friends, like, out and about, and they tell me, oh, he got locked up. I'm like, what? So at this time, I didn't know that my ex-husband or future husband was a goddamn jailbird. Like, he just loved going to jail. I won't find that out until later. So he gets locked up. He finally gets in contact with me. And, I found out he's going to have to do a year. Now, in the process of us talking, like, I find out that I'm pregnant. So I tell him what's going on. And he tells his mom and his sister, and they're not feeling it. They don't want no parts of it. They telling him to question me. He questioning me. I already had 2 kids that had great fathers, that have great fathers. So I'm like, well, shit, you don't want to have nothing to do with that. Was a new experience for me to go through something like that. Like, I had never experienced that before. I was not feeling it. So I was like, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your sister. RIP to the mom, because the mom is dead. I'm so sorry. I don't mean no disrespect. That's just how I was feeling at the time. And, that's that. So I go on about my life. I ended up having my baby or whatever the case may be. And then one day he pops up at my house. And I'm like, first of all, bitch, how do you fucking know where I live at? Like, because I'm not at the same spot where I was at first. So we end up like rekindling things. Everything was going good. I see him here and there. And I try to call him one day and I can't get in contact with him. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm thinking he ghosted me, but then I'm not thinking that either because we've been dealing with each other for years at this point. So I'm like, nah, it's no way. So one night I'm out cruising the streets as I was doing back then because I was wild back in the day. Like, I was popping pills, I was drinking, I was doing the most. So I see one of his buddies and they like, oh, he locked up. He committed an armed robbery. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga locked up again, like again. So he eventually ends up like reaching out to me and everything. He starts explaining to me what happened, yada yada, whoop whoop whoop. And he don't know how much time he gonna get yet and all this other stuff. Now me, being me at that time, I was too busy ripping on the streets, honey, getting HI fly. You know what I'm saying? You can fill in the banks if you know what I'm talking about. And so I really didn't care at this point. Like, I really did not care because I was too busy doing my own thing. So time goes on and he ends up getting out and he comes to my house. Like, I did not know he was out. I had no clue because I wasn't talking to him. So he pops up at my house again. I'm like, first of all, how did you find out where I live at? He's like, your nephew. I said, your nephew. He told me where you live. Da 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 da. I told you in the beginning that him and my nephew were friends. I met him through my nephew. So eventually, we chopping it up. But at this time, my mind is not focused on anybody. I'm so out of it. I'm like doing my thing. I'm out in the streets. I'm just buck wild. I'm just doing whatever. So I'm not really thinking about him like that. Like, he's the last person on my mind, to be perfectly honest with you. So fast forward, I end up getting an email. No, matter of fact, I end up getting a call now on my phone. Now, I have had the same phone number for years. I don't have that number anymore. I had to change that number due to my fucking ex-husband. But I changed that number, but prior to that, I had the same number for like 10 years or something. I had that number for a really long time. So I get a call from him on the phone, and he's telling me like what happened. He's locked up again. I'm like, nigga, you went to prison again. Like again, bro. So this is number 3. This is the 3rd time. All of this transpired within a 10-year, like he went to prison 10 times within the course of, 3 times within the course of 10 years or less. It might have been less than that. So we're talking, I'm just like, whatever. I had moved to another state. I was in a whole relationship with somebody else. Like, and that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. And so I wasn't really thinking about him. Like, I figured, I'll be a friend to somebody in need, why they locked up, because I know how it is, because I myself did get locked up. I did not go to prison. I did 3 months in jail, but I know what that shit feel like to have to do time. So if you even want to consider that doing time. So I talked to him or whatever. So I end up getting a email notification letting me know that I had got an email through JPay. Now, if you don't know what JPay is the app that you can use, or a platform that you can use to communicate with people that are incarcerated, like via video messages and through like emails and shit, right? So I ended up getting a notification saying that I had got something from him. So I ended up downloading JPay through my phone. And I see that, he messaged me telling me how he missed our conversation, missed us talking, blah, 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 this, that, that, and third. So immediately, my first thought was, bitch, I don't want to hear this shit. I do not want to hear no lovey-dovey shit from no motherfucking jail boy, bitch. You keep on going to jail. Like, what are we talking about? Like, no, I don't want to hear this. So I messaged him back, and I just politely tell him, like, look, I like you. I think we could have had something real, something nice, but you keep going to prison, and that is so like it's crazy to me that you are actually like doing this. You get out, you go back. Like, who the fuck wants to keep on doing that shit? That shit is exhausting. Like, me even like just talking about this right now, this shit is fucking exhausting. So I want to say like a week or so later, I get a letter in the mail from him, and he don't send me a motherfucking picture, bitch. He don't spend his money on picture tickets and took pictures and got them sent to my house. First of all, what gave you the impression that I even wanted a picture? Like, I did not understand it. Like, why would you send me a fucking picture? Did I give off the vibe that I want you to send me a fucking picture? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't want no picture. You know what I did? I sent that picture back. I mailed it back, and I sent him a letter. And I told him, like, listen, I'm flattered that you felt the need to send me a picture. But, homeboy, I have not talked to you in years. So why the fuck would you think it was cute to send me a picture? Like, no, I don't want the picture. I don't need the picture. I don't want to talk to you. Like, just, like, keep that for somebody else. Like, we just cool. So he ends up calling me and just basically saying, like, I just thought it would be something nice to do, and that's why I sent it to you, and da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. So I'm nipping this whole thing in the bud. I'm like, look, listen, I will answer my phone here and there when you call or whatever. I will even send you a couple messages or whatever. I will send you pictures of the baby, which is not a baby anymore. At this point, he's like 10 or something like that. I'll send you pictures or whatever the case may be. But as far as anything else, that is it. This is where I have to draw the line. Like, I'm not wasting my time and energy with you because I feel like you keep doing the same shit. Now, the part that I left out is this man had like 13 years or something like that. So, like, I'm not even gonna lie to Kiki. I'm not finna spend. No, I think he had been locked up for maybe 7 years or 8 or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. So I'm not dedicating myself to that type of time. Like, that shit is crazy. So I also expressed that to him as well. Like, we can be friends, we can be cool, but that's about it.